This is the Nightwolf howling at you, and today we're going to take a look at the Masters of the Universe, Masterverse, New Eternia, that's a lot to say, Horde Trooper figure. We have a lot of rather interesting artwork on the front here, including getting to see some sky sleds, a Wind Raider, some weird little chariot thing. Oh wait, that's not a chariot, that's actually the axe head. Okay. The Horde's got some interesting new vehicles though. On the side, it's just a continuation of that image with lots of Eternian guards, which makes me wonder if we might begin some Masterverse versions of them soon. But with the new Eternia storyline as we know it, I'm not sure if there would be an Eternia palace with guards. On the other side, we just see more Horde Troopers. And on the back, we get this lovely image here. I'm not sure if this is supposed to be an original character, and maybe he's supposed to be like the lead for the Hordes, like a general of some sort in this case. But yeah, they did that. So I'm kind of assuming that part of the armor comes off to show this off. Also, this might be the only set of Horde troopers that don't have breakaway armor. Oh, here we go. Some little bit of information here, and I'll bet you it's not going to tell us about the one character. Horde Trooper, Evil Enforcer of Hordak. The Evil Horde Empire spreads across the decimated remains of New Eternia like a virus. Hordak commands his legions of Horde troopers to attack and take all as prisoners, each destined for the Fright Zone. These pitiable souls are then mind-wiped, brainwashed, and retrained as Horde troopers, perpetuating the cycle until Hordak rules the entire planet. So when we open it all the way up, we get a nice Horde logo there. But you know what? God, Hordak like uses his face as the logo. That's just kind of... that's an ego issue, I think. We also have basically the same cover image as an insert. We'll take that out real quick. Take a look. It's spread out like... it fell. Spread out like that. Take a look at this side, and we get to see the Fright Zone in Masterverse here. Looks like we also see some broken Horde Trooper parts. Actually, it looks like they've got two different vehicles going on here, too. Something similar to the jet sled on the right side, and then something new on the left. This figure is heavy as hell. I think this actually may be heavier than Motherboard was. Motherboard had a lot of hollow parts in her, but this Horde Trooper is really heavy. We got lots of crap to take apart here. Freaking tie got stuck in the joints. Put it down for the moment. You know, sadly, I don't have another Masterverse figure to compare this to, but I am pretty sure this is taller than average, too. Well, they did call it an oversized figure on the sale. That is one massive sword, by the way. I like it. He's also got what looks like these kind of standard Horde staff weapon. And then it's got little wings that come out. Looks kind of like a dragon at the top and a dragon underneath. Even with the individual legs down there. It's actually a really nice design overall, I think. I'm going to assume that that shoots and that clubs. But yeah, that sword is pretty massive. Well, let's take a look at our large friend here. First off, The only part in there is a holder for the sword or the staff, apparently. I was kind of hoping there'd be some instructions on how to get this thing off. Or... There we go. Honestly, that is kind of impressive that that actually fits all underneath the helmet there. Take a look inside there. That really does look like they've merged the flesh in with the machine there. That is pretty messed up. I am going to assume, though, that based on this head, that this guy is either a vampire or he is from the Horde homeworld. It might be hard to see here, but it does look like the eyes themselves. They're white, but there is actually a little bit of tint to the pupil area. I'm trying to figure out if it's like a silver or just a gray. But let's go ahead and talk about the articulation on the head, because it is on a standard ball joint, so the head itself under the armor can move all around as per normal. Without the armor on, we can hinge the arm up, down, and spin it all around without any real hindrance. We also have the waist swivel ball joint thing. I mean boob cut is what I normally refer to this as. It's just throwing me off because of the design. So the top part has the boob cut. There is, in fact, a waist swivel to go around with it, though. I do like the design of the armor, though, like this. I think that looks really nicely done. And that little piece clicks onto there like that. I have a feeling that the best way to put that on is probably the way I just did it. Okay, and there are two pegs here on the armor that fit into these peg holes. That's why I was having problems pulling it out. Let's see if I can get it back in place. All right. I can't tell if you can actually see the eyes through the eye slots or not. I think it might just be too warped to tell for sure if they're lining up or not. But now that we've got the main part of the armor on, we can still hinge the arm all the way up. We can forward about that far and back about that far. But otherwise, the armor itself interferes quite a bit. We still have a bicep cut on this figure. Oh my god. But it is very sticky. There is only a single joint at the elbow, but it is quite the joint. Sadly, I've been noticing the lack of double jointing on a lot of the larger figures that they've done recently for Masterverse, like with Snout Spout. Since it's a pin in there, though, you can spin the arm around. Hand is on a swivel with the in and out articulation. These little side bits are rubbery, so it looks like they probably won't interfere too much with the side kick, like so. Ooh, wow, look at that. Our Horde Trooper has drop-down hips, like G.I. Joe figures do. Dang. That was a surprise. We can... It's kind of weird that I can't get the one leg to move as far as the other one, but you can almost do the splits. And with those drop-down hips, it gives us a little bit more room for articulation here, so... Not a great kick forward, but better than it would have been if it was all the way up in place. They did give us the double jointed knee, though, so that's good. However, the boot design here does get in the way of it folding all the way back. There is kind of a little bit of a spin at the knee, though, for the boot cut. But we do not get particularly good spin on it. Ah, geez, that's starting to hurt my hand. This might be the theme recently this week. We do have an ankle rocker, forward and back, and of course some spin, interfered with, of course, by the leg parts. Although looking inside here, it does kind of look like the joint on this foot is out of whack a bit. Or it might also be a bit fused in place because I cannot get it positioned. So I can get that one flat, but I can't get this one to go flat. And I think it's all because I can't get the I can't get that joint to move very well. This is a bit of a flaw in the design, I think. Like, I'm gonna need, like, I might need to use some pliers or something to get in there, maybe. So let's take a quick look at this thing on his back. First off, let's see. So it looks like it may not hold the sword at all. The staff, however, goes in there just fine. This may sound kind of weird, but for some reason, this kind of reminds me of a woman. Let's see. Snap the staff in there like that as well. So you do have different display options with it, I guess. Though this is probably the most likely one that you're going to do. The sword fits just fine in his hand. Suppose I could turn it that way so you see the top of the dragon instead of the bottom, what looks like a woman's naked body. Hand pops out really easy. I'm going to check the sword one more time. Okay, yeah, I got the sword in place. I don't know why, but that looks weirder like that than the staff looked. There you go. That is our Horde Trooper for Masterverse. Seriously, this figure is a beast of a figure. And aside from the lack of double jointed elbows, but I can kind of forgive them with having the thing go all the way back. If these are robot bodies with sentient fleshy beings ingrained in them, which is pretty dark, that kind of bend all the way back does make sense in a way and seems fine and not out of place. It is just kind of a shame though that we don't have that same kind of crunch with the elbow though that we get with the double joints. But yeah, I think overall this figure looks great. Got the Horde logo on the front. It's the metallic paint job, looks excellent. The fact that there is a clear, even if you can't really see through it, that clear bit there looks really cool. And you can actually turn the head around. I probably should have done that in articulation, but I wonder though. You can actually turn the head all the way off, and you can see the little character inside the armor like that. And the thing is, and it's kind of too bad actually, that they made the body there green. Because just think about taking some of those extra heads from other figures and putting them in there. That would be creepy as hell, man. But I do like that you can actually pop the helmet off too. So you can spin the helmet around itself, and you can pop it off and show the figure underneath. So yeah, if you want to get even darker with this stuff, just take one of your spare heads from some other Masterverse figure and stick it on there with the helmet off. And if you paint it to look like it's kind of more corpsey like, that would be even darker and pretty cool. But yeah, I think this is a great figure overall. There are some problems. I like the metallic sheen on everything though. I don't know if that's just the plastic that they use that has it, or if they actually did hit everything with paint. But yeah, this is absolutely gorgeous. This trooper here, this is going to terrify the citizens of Etheria and Eternia when it walks by in a pack of them. And yeah, I'll be honest with you guys, I did order 3 of these. I did the maximum amount because it's a troop builder pack, and I like my troop builder packs. Now, I like us to also point out that, screw the scale bit. You could throw these in with your Origins figures too, as massive super Horde troopers, and that would look pretty sweet. So even if you don't collect Masterverse, you can throw these guys in with your Origins, I think, and it'd be pretty awesome. Because let's be perfectly honest, man, that scale is pretty awesome as far as a giant villainous Horde trooper compared to a Origins figure. I actually like that much better than I like the actual Origins Horde trooper. Plus the coloring's much better too, let's be honest. Anyway, I do hope you enjoyed our show. And if you did, please leave a like in the bottom. And if you did, please feel free to hit that like button. Subscribe if you're not subscribed yet. That'd be pretty sweet too. I'm hoping to hit 500 by the end of the year. I think last check I was around 385. And heck, everybody tells you to hit that notification buttons if you want to learn more. Perfectly honest, whenever I've used the notification buttons, I don't usually get notified of anything specific anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Ooh. But yeah, if you haven't bought this guy, I know he's still available on the Mattel website. And I will definitely like to get more of these, perhaps, to throw in either one of the lines. And it actually makes me look forward to seeing what the new Eternia Hordak might look like. Thanks for watching. Peace and love.